It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. I'm so glad you stayed at your Feel Good Breakfast Show here on S3. And I can tell you, we have the privilege today, and this privilege, we've got so many champions in studio, and this is one of them. A remarkable South African swimmer, Fillary, is here, who has recently made history by breaking not one, but 3 Guinness World Records in Norway. With unparalleled determination, she swam incredible distances. Hear this, under ice, on a single breath. No, it's not this cold water, you know, those sorts of things. No. This is not cold water. This is freezing water, demonstrating her resilience and unwavering commitment to pushing the boundaries. So, to our champion, Amber, it is so great to see you. It's so great to talk to you here. And a champion like yourself.
Good morning.
Good morning. And I know it's lovely and early and ready. But the thing is, I just think about these world records that you've broken. This is absolutely incredible. Just take us through the 3, because I think it's quite important for us to just categorize each one of them.
Well, okay, everybody says 3. I'll tell you, when I got to Norway this year,
yes,
it was so hard. I really struggled.
Okay.
Because last year I had the knee infection and I ended up blacking out. So I think when I got to Norway this year, the blackout was in my subconscious, not conscious.
Okay.
I got to the lake and I couldn't do anything. Anyway, it took me about 3 or so days to get over that. And then I had 2 days for the records, and I was going to be setting 2 records. One is the no fins, which you've seen, which is basic breaststroke underwater, and then the other one's with a monofin. And so what I decided to do was on Saturday, because I'd been struggling so much, I went for the 100 meters, which is a record because my record is 90, so it's still a record. But there's a girl, Johanna, whose record I originally broke, and I know she did 103. Not a Guinness record, but she did 103 meters, so I wanted to go further than her. So then what happened was on Sunday, I got to the lake and I did 105. So I managed to beat her record. So that's why it's 3 records, because on Saturday I broke it with 100 meters. And then on Sunday I broke that with 105. Then I got out the water, got in the sauna for about 10 or 15 minutes.
Thank goodness.
And then got in and did the monofin record. So Sunday was a busy day for me.
It's a great day for you. It's a great day for South Africa. We just know how to win. Like, I honestly think you're a Springbok. That's what I believe. That's the level at which you're at. And on one breath, I mean, let's talk about 100 meters, isn't that? So an Olympic-sized swimming pool, how long is that again? It's
50.
It's like 50. So
no,
it's like,
yeah, 50,
it's like,
50
so
meters.
you've got 2 of those and then some. That is absolutely incredible. But to be in, you're facing, number 1, oxygen lack, because you're obviously holding your breath. Then, naturally, your body needs oxygen to process the temperature of the water. And then you have to deal with the actual biomechanics of going through water efficiently to get to that level. I'm just saying, you probably don't see this because it's muscle memory, but for me, it's absolutely impressive. How does one keep their composure under ice, that temperature, that distance?
You know, I kind of adjust to the cold.
Yeah.
So I don't feel the cold so much, but I'll tell you, when you get to about 90, when you start getting towards 100 meters, because everything goes to the core to protect it. So when you're swimming, it becomes harder on your hands and legs because you've got less circulation around those areas. So that becomes kind of hard. But it's a lot of mind over matter, man.
I can tell, and just even now, I think you looking back at your records, you're also just looking at the picture saying, like, how did I do that? I know. But I think one must train to do this naturally. So what does your training schedule look like to get to that type of level, to be a Guinness World Record holder?
So what I've done is I've trained in South Africa, I'm not sure, for let's say 2 months.
Yes.
With breath hold and technique. So that's in a normal swimming pool. So I built up my distance and technique, and then I've gone over to Germany, to Berlin, for about 4 or 5 days to get in the lake water, to get used to the temperature, and then I've gone to Norway. So that's sort of how I've managed to do it.
It makes sense. It's a progression, which is very, very important. But I think let's talk temperatures of the water in Norway. Like, I think we haven't spoken about the temperature of the water. So let us have it. What was the temperature in Norway when you broke these records?
So it's about 1 degree. But
No,
yeah, I got used
1
to
degree.
the water. I know, it's a bit mad. So I don't know, it was between just below 1 and 1.5. So I don't know, they didn't measure. So it's pretty cold. But yeah, madly I adjusted, you know. I managed to adjust to the temperature.
Okay, well, this is great, and I think, you know, you are the best person to recommend. You know, we've been talking about all sorts of methods today. We're talking about fasting, and I think one of the things that also has popped up on the radar is people who are dipping themselves into ice water baths for vitality and health. I mean, you do this for a record, like for a Guinness World Record, but I just need to ask you, you know, is that indeed something that people should be considering? You know, not only for the sport, but just in general.
Doing it as extreme as I'm doing it isn't necessary, but getting into cold water
Yes.
is extremely beneficial. It's good for mental health, you know, especially if you suffer from depression or any of those things.
Wow.
It's really good. Yeah, it boosts your immune system. Yeah, general well-being. It really does make you feel better. So
Wow.
it's something that I do recommend
Yes.
is going for cold water dips. It's really therapeutic. Yeah.
And I'm just so happy you said that, because the interesting irony for me is that you are literally pushing your body to the brink of survival in order for you to increase vitality. Is that not like a beautiful irony of life?
Rather,
Is that
yeah.
sometimes you have to push yourself all the way? But we are so proud of you, and we just would not want to know what's next for you. Are we going to go back into the icy waters for more records? What's next for you, Amber?
Wow, I'm not 100% sure. I think if somebody breaks one of these records or attempts to break them, then I just know I can go further. So I could do that. Or I don't know. I mean, I have done art. I'd like to start doing more public talking,
Love
more
it.
motivational talking. And otherwise, I don't know. I was thinking to see how fast I can swim a mile, and see if it's close to the people that did the ice mile, and maybe I'll think of that. But I'm not sure if I can swim it. It's quite a fast time.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I know. I think you're going to do everything, and we're so proud of you, Amber. Congratulations, and honoured to have somebody with 3 Guinness World Records in studio on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And yes, take some ice baths. They're very, very good for you. Who knows? You might just break a record.